Well, welcome to Sandy Secondary School. My name is Miss Hayward. I'm the Executive Principal, and I'm sorry that you're not here in front of me listening to this firsthand. Usually we would have students and staff available for you to be able to talk to see them in action, to get a good feel of what the school does and how it supports our children going through their education. But due to the pandemic, we're not able to do that. So this is hopefully our way of showing you what the school can offer before you make that choice, which I know is a difficult choice as to where your son or daughter will continue their education, either in Year 7 or Year 9.
My name's Mr. Preston. I'm the head of school. That means I have day-to-day responsibility for the school and I will see the students each and every day. I'm extremely proud to be part of Sandy Secondary School. All the staff, students and wider community really work well together to create a family atmosphere. We focus very much on the progress that students make, and for us the key measure is Progress A. This is because it takes into account every single student. It isn't about tipping scales or picking one or two students to get over a particular level. We just focus on making sure that every student achieves as much as they possibly can.
My name is Mr. Rutter and I am the Vice Principal here at Sandy Secondary School. We understand that your child is an individual and they are on an educational journey, and it's really important from our perspective that we help and support your child every step of the way. We are conscious of the fact that during this educational journey there will at times be bumps along the road, and that is why we have specialist people on hand to make sure that the right support and advice is implemented at the right time and in the right way. We are never more than a phone call away, never more than an email away, and we find it really important to work with you as parents, building up and maintaining positive communication throughout the time that your child is with us.
One of the things I want to point out is how incredibly lucky I am to work with such an incredible team. And I know I'm biased, but they are the best team I have ever worked with. They go above and beyond. We're incredibly proud of our students. We're proud of their appearance, their work ethic, and the way they challenge and stretch themselves. We don't accept barriers to learning. We believe that those barriers need to be pulled down, and we also don't excuse labels such as SEND, pupil premium or lack as reasons why children can't learn. As far as we're concerned, those are just things we need to take into account. What we need to do is find the right ways of learning and teaching and giving them the resources to be able to do that. It's also important for us, for our students to dream, and those dreams are their targets or their objectives, and those dreams need to become reality. We want them to be successful young people who have every opportunity in front of them, and therefore for us it's about making sure they have the right curriculum, the right tools for learning and the right environment. And that's not just academically, that's also socially. So we support on both levels. They are our future, they deserve the opportunity to be able to go forward, and that's why we offer a broad and balanced curriculum that they have an input into. So they will have over the time ability to choose options that suit their interests but also suit their potential job or career in the future. And that's really important to us. But more importantly is about supporting them in terms of becoming valuable local residents and making sure that they know what the community is about. And therefore we work hard in terms of looking at charitable events. We make sure that they understand their surroundings, and we also make sure that they know those 3 simple words of please, thank you and sorry. They're the most important things for us in terms of characteristics, because those are the things that make these children unique and what makes this school unique, in that it has a heart, and that heart is the most important thing for us, in that we are one team and we will work together.
For us, Key Stage 3 encompasses Year 7 and 8, and in order for us to have high levels of achievement we have to have a curriculum that encompasses a love for learning, and this is our focus. Students in Year 7 and 8 have the opportunity to try a wide range of subjects, not just the classroom-based subjects that they would normally do and PE, they also do art, dance, drama, music and IT, all delivered by specialist subject staff. We don't believe that any subject sits in isolation. As well as each subject developing the subject-specific skills they require, they also have a focus on literacy and numeracy and making the links between different subjects. It's really important for students to understand that the whole curriculum knits together and prepares them for the challenges at GCSE. At GCSE, students have the selection of 3 options in Year 9, and from this they can specialise if they wish to. If a student is particularly creative, they could do dance, drama and music and specialise in that one area. There isn't a requirement for them to do a practical subject, it's what they are most comfortable with. But all students will study a humanities, either geography or history, and a modern foreign language. We receive recognition from the DFE for the number of students that we have entering in our modern foreign languages. All our students study at least one language at GCSE and have the opportunity to study both if appropriate. Our consistently high levels of achievement mean that students can go on to achieve and follow their career dreams, whether this is A-levels, apprenticeships, employment or further on into university. We are very keen to celebrate success at all levels. This includes students who perhaps gained grades 1, 2 and 3 rather than the 5 or 6 which are the national benchmarks or the grade 9 at the top. For us it's about everyone achieving as much as they possibly can.
We have a fantastic body of students and every year we're delighted to receive hundreds more. Integral to our role as a school is making sure that students are rewarded for their hard work. So we have a praise system that is in place and regularly used and applied by all staff. That involves the use of achievement points, certificates, prizes and other rewards that are given throughout the year, including golden afternoons and golden days. It's really important that we celebrate collectively the success of our children so that they know that by working hard they will be recognised and it will be worth their time. In addition to that, we also have a very active student council and a student leadership body. And we really encourage students that join our school to get involved as early as possible in the leadership body of the school. We value their opinions and we value their ideas and the contributions that they can make. And throughout the last few years, the students have contributed to the development of a number of key changes within the school. Our students in Year 7 through to Year 11 are divided into 4 houses: the House of Courage, the House of Determination, the House of Excellence and the House of Inspiration. Each of those houses have a House Achievement Leader, and the House Achievement Leader is an integral part of the school and the workings of our pastoral system. They ensure that every step of the way your child is given the right support and the right advice and guidance. They work very closely with Mrs Tuffin and Mrs Underwood, our 2 pastoral support assistants, and they, along with the House Achievement Leaders, make sure that your children are supported in their time at the school. We make sure that the right level of support is in place from specialist areas. So students, for instance, that may require specialist SEND input, have on hand our SEND team led by Mrs Heather Smith, who ensure that the students that are in need of additional support while they're in school are given that in the right time and in the right way. And her team of specialist support workers, learning support assistants, ensure that all the way through a student's journey with us, they are given the right support in the right way. We think it's really important that the pastoral structure works effectively, as it does here at Sandy, because we understand that without that effective pastoral structure, children can often be lost and feel lonely and isolated. The pastoral support assistants and the House Achievement Leaders are therefore an incredibly important part of our school. In addition to the pastoral support assistants and the House Achievement Leaders, we also have a fantastic group of tutors. The tutors are assigned to each house and they will oversee the work of the children in the morning in tutor time. That might involve SMSC, assemblies, everybody reading in school when we do a weekly read of a famous literary text. But it will also be making sure that the students are supported and that there is somebody there to listen to any concerns or worries that they might have and to be able to guide them in the right direction should they feel that something is not quite right. Our pastoral team is very strong and is beating at the very heart of our school. Mrs Devereux is a member of staff that I work very closely with. She's the Behaviour and Attendance Manager here at the school. Together, we work very hard to ensure that there is the highest expectations of students right from their very first day with us. We make no apologies for having the very highest expectations in this area. We believe that if students have high expectations of themselves and we have high expectations of them, they will thrive and excel, and our students do. We therefore think it's very important that right from day one we communicate that expectation clearly with the students and that we consistently and routinely enforce that. Without doing that, students feel lost and are not clear about what is expected of them, and very often that does lead to students not achieving as well as they might otherwise do.
Hello, my name's Julie Devereux. I'm Behaviour and Attendance Manager in school, so I will be working very, very closely with your House Achievement Leaders, pastoral support assistants and form tutors to track your behaviour and attendance, but also to look at any individual support you may need in school. We have a very ambitious attendance target of 98%. I'm not going to make any apologies for that. 98% is high, but necessary, and on the whole, the majority of our students meet that target. Our attendance officer tracks the attendance on a daily basis. She will liaise with me, and if we spot any issues or concerns or patterns in attendance, we will be in touch with you to discuss any support that we are able to put in place. Looking at the breakdown of attendance, it's proven that high attendance makes high attainment at the end of GCSE. With 90% attendance, that would mean you were missing half a day of school per week, which is a month across 2 years. With 80%, that equals 1 day per week missing, and that's 2 months across 2 years. And it is also proven that only 96% attendance or above will give you those all-important 5 or more GCSEs. Our high expectations also continue with uniform. We're really proud of the smart uniform and the way our students look in school and on their journeys to and from school. We're often commended by the local community on that. We have a blazer, skirt or trousers. The one thing that I would highlight is the skirt must sit on the knee. All our uniform is logoed. School ties identify which house you belong to by the band with the colour and the name of the house. We don't allow any jewellery in school other than a wristwatch. We ask for no extremes of hair, colour or style. Black polishable school shoes and black socks are necessary, and we will provide a full list of uniform and our uniform provider, who are Prestige. Another one of our expectations relates to mobile phones, and this is a question we constantly get asked by parents and students. Our rule in school is that mobile phones can be brought into school because we're very, very conscious, especially if children are bussed into school. They may need to contact you after school if they do an after school club, for instance, in regard to transport home. The rule on mobile phones is that they must be turned off and in the bottom of a child's bag. If a mobile phone is seen in school during the school day for whatever reason, it will be confiscated. For a first offence, that will be taken to school reception and the child may collect the phone from reception at the end of the day. However, if that is repeated and the phone has to be confiscated on a second or more occasion, unfortunately, we will be telephoning home and asking parents to collect the phone. And lastly, in regard to homework, which is another frequently asked question, we use an app called EduLink. All of our homework will be set on EduLink, and parents really like this. Students will be given login details for EduLink, as will parents. Once you log into EduLink, it will tell you what homework has been set for your child, what the homework is, when it was set and when it's due in. In addition to that, though, EduLink gives you so much more information. It pretty much will give you an outline of your child's school day, school week. So it will also show the child's timetable. It will show you any behaviour points or achievement points that have been awarded to your child, and also what their attendance is. That's updated overnight each night, and it reads from our school system. So I know a lot of parents find that very, very helpful in regard to their child's schooling.
As a school, we also organise a range of extracurricular opportunities for students beyond the classroom, whether that be within the school day, so perhaps, for instance, taking part in activities at break time and lunchtime, such as chess club, or after school. So we run a range of activities, whether that be down in sports, in our performing arts, in DT, whatever you're interested in, there is always an opportunity for you to get involved in something within the school day. In addition to that, we also run a range of extracurricular outside of the school day, whether that be to local places such as local museums, the theatre, or alternatively we do occasionally go abroad, perhaps on a ski trip for example, or to trips to Berlin. So there are a huge range of different trips and activities that students can also get involved in addition to taking part in activities within the school day.
This year is very different. So there are lots of things we can't do this year that we would normally do, like vertical tutor groups, for instance. We're a great believer that children should be in vertical tutor groups, mixing with different year groups. And actually that creates that community feel. And we are about a school community. And that's one of our strong ethoses here. I have to say, both the staff and the students have a wonderful work ethic. Their appearance is excellent because we have high standards regarding uniform, but also about behaviour and expectations, because we aim for the top of the ladder, not the bottom. And that's really important. And I don't apologise for those high expectations, because we believe that that is what makes this school great. And that's really important to us in terms of every one of our students matters. They're not numbers. They are individuals that deserve every opportunity to succeed.
I know I'm extremely biased, but I think this is a great school and I'd really encourage you to consider us as your secondary school of choice. Some of the reasons you might want to consider us are: we have a broad and balanced curriculum, we have smaller than average class sizes, all our subjects are delivered by subject specialists, we have high expectations which leads to high levels of achievement for all students.
Well, this place is different in many ways. Yeah. It's very, very big and
you get more choice.
A lot more choice and options and more facilities for subjects that you like. And here there is a lot more subjects that I didn't do in my previous schools.
Yeah, like in Year 9 you get to choose your GCSE options, which I think is good because you get to choose what you want.
Yeah, and there's lots more lessons that I didn't do in like previous schools, like Spanish and French.
There are extracurricular. Yeah, what you said.
Clubs that you can do after school, which I think is also really good.
I was most worried about the older students and if they were gonna be mean or disrespectful to us, because it's not every day that you change school and it's not every day that you see new people everywhere around you. So that was mostly why I'm worried, and I'm not worried anymore.
I was worried of getting lost in Sandy Secondary School, and I told my mum that I was so worried I didn't want to go there because I would probably get lost. And I'm not worried anymore because I've got really nice friends who can show me the way through the whole school.
I think they're treating us like older than primary school teachers would.
Yeah, and then we get more responsibility, like we get to take our school books home with us and we have to bring them in on the days that we have the certain subjects. At Sandy I like the teachers and the new subjects that we get to do because it's all lots of fun and the teachers are really nice.
I can go to my form tutor, my other members of staff and my friends and family, and I'd rather go to my form tutor because he's really nice and they can help me with anything.
I go to my friends because they make me happy, but also I can go to my form tutor because one day I left my PE kit on the bus, and so my form tutor told me not to worry and you'd get it back tomorrow. And then on the next day I went on the bus to the same place where I sat on and I found my PE kit, and which I was happy for. I think the uniform is a lot more smarter than your lower school uniform because you get to wear a blazer and a tie and you just look a lot more smart.
I think they are trying to keep us safe as well, because with the skirts, in primary school they didn't really care how what the length of your skirt was, and so in upper school you have it down to it has to be knee length. Every single morning, whenever you enter the school, they do uniform checks to see if you're wearing the uniform correctly.
And there's more rules about it, and also the blazers are quite nice, but if it does get hot, you are allowed to take them off.
Also, it is really comfortable, but the ties are clip-on, and for me, the first time I wore my tie, it was a bit hard because I only had the experience of a tie-up tie, so I didn't really know how to do this. But as you come to school and you wear your tie, it will start becoming easier. Oh, I love that it has the house name on as well.
Yeah, that's also cool.
Excellence is best.
It's very good how you can
Choose your own food.
yeah, and I think the fingerprint parent pay thing is very smart.
I think it's good that you can choose what you want, especially for snack and lunch, because you get a lot of choice.
Although I haven't had school dinner, I think the choices are very nice. And I have tried some pasta and it is really nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for all the trips because there's lots of different trips. So you can go to Spain, but you can't do that in year 7, only when you do your GCSEs and A-levels. Lots of other ones that I can't think of though. They do lots of clubs, they do dance clubs, they do football club, chess club and rugby club, and they also do badminton club. I'm looking forward to the options in year 9 because you can pick what classes you do, and I'm really looking forward to that because in some classes I'm not good and in some other classes I am, so I'd rather practice even more in the classes that I'm good at. It was quite fun. Mostly we talked to our form tutors and other people, new people and old friends.
Yeah, because we were in lockdown before, we couldn't see our friends as often as we did before lockdown. So it was quite a surprise seeing everybody, and it was just great. Yeah. On our first day, we did some sort of sporty exercise. So we'd be given in a group that total strangers.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we would have to do. They had to get to the end, and you had to. They'd choose to jump onto which cone, but you'd have the path.
Oh, we also did that.
Yeah, so that's.
But
what
we
were
did it in
doing.
the sports hall.
Oh, okay.
I did some bridge building. I made bridges out of paper clips, and tape. We came last. It's really fun.
Yeah, good fun. Yeah, first day was great. Yeah.
Yeah. No. We met a week ago. It was we're in the same class because obviously COVID means that we can't really move class as much. So yeah, we've become friends over a week, which is nice.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Met loads of new friends.
Yeah. And the memories with them are gonna stick with me forever.
Hopefully.
I hope that you will find this information useful when trying to make that most difficult choice. As a parent myself, I know how difficult it can be, but I can assure you that we will make sure that your son and daughter are successful, not just academically, but also socially.
We rely on information to come from home. If there are any issues outside of school, any barriers to learning that you think we can help with, please do let us know. Even if it's just that you want a discussion as to, are we able to help with something, or just so that we know what is going on in your child's life that may impact on school at all. If we don't know, we can't put that support in place, and we're really eager to do that.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for listening.